To turn it over to Madison Leonard. Madison is a student at Coeur d'Alene High School. She and her family reside in Hayden Lake. And Madison, you can tell a little bit about yourself. Welcome, Madison.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Madison Leonard. I'm a junior at I guess now I'm going to be a senior at Coeur d'Alene High School. I lived here in North Idaho a majority of my life, and basically I'm really passionate about what we're all here for today, and I'm just really excited to have this opportunity to talk to you. First, I want to see the person with the best sign raise their sign right now. The best one, the very best. Oh my gosh, look how many. They're great. It's awesome to see so many people with passion out here today. Yeah, round of applause. Definitely. Well, it might be interesting to a lot of you to see me up here today, and because, as Chris talked about, and I could not agree with him more, how much the youth here in this area and across the nation is so very indifferent to what's going on today. They're interested more in their own little social bubbles and what's going on in their own life, very isolated, and I can tell you through our education system right now, we're not being told about what's going on in the nation as much as we should be. So it's my honor to be here to talk to you today. I'm a representative of the youth here today, kind of representing the youth in North Idaho and what we are thinking, those who do have an opinion on politics, what we're thinking about what's going on right now. I'm 17 years old, so I'm not paying taxes right now, but I'm a soon-to-be taxpayer, which makes all of what's going on right now very, very important to me. I believe that my generation will probably be the most affected out of everyone in this country of what's going on with the current administration. We're going to be growing up, getting jobs at the time that the recession is either ending or getting even worse, and we're going to be raising children in the time after Obama and after what will happen to this country at that point. So I'm very, very involved and very worried about what's going on right now. I feel like I have a responsibility as a citizen in this country to be involved with the changes that are occurring right now. I think it's part of each one of us that if we live in this country and receive the benefits of all the things that we have in this country, we have the obligation and the duty to raise our voices when we don't agree with what's going on. So that's why I'm here today, to tell you that, and I know I'm preaching to the choir because I'm sure a lot of you have similar ideas as I do, that the fundamentals of our country are being breached right now. Everything that our country was based on and was written upon is being broken down, basically. We have, in 1776, the Declaration of Independence was written, and certain rights were guaranteed in that written work that all of us can benefit from. These were called the rights of man. We have the rights to life, to liberty, to the pursuit of happiness, and to property. And obviously there are many other rights that are mentioned there, but those are the four that I'm going to be focusing on today. These rights are the characteristic properties of America. It's what makes this nation so very special. It's why this nation was founded, why a group of Puritans came over across the ocean looking for their own religious freedoms. It's what makes this nation still a destination for people across the world. That's right. Yes, thanks. No nation is perfect, and this nation certainly is not perfect. But people wouldn't be coming to this nation if there wasn't an opportunity for blessings in their life. If there wasn't an opportunity to educate yourself freely and to get a job and to raise a family in a safe, secure environment, people would still not be coming to this country, but they still are. These rights and these privileges that we have as citizens is what makes America, America, essentially. We're all here. We have the right to speak that many people don't have in other nations. We have so many blessings and privileges that we need to take advantage of, and that's why we're all here today. So the first right is to life. We have a right to live our own life, choose our own goals, and preserve our own independent existence. This is being breached right now because of the increasingly bad welfare program that's going on. It's entirely inefficient, and though I can't say that I have a perfect fix to the welfare problem, we're making it even worse. I mean, we're creating a program that's allowing individuals and families across the country to completely rely on the government for many areas of life, so that they're no longer able to see the option or way to be independent by themselves. And like I said, I don't have a perfect solution to the welfare program, but how it is right now and is not allowing people to have the chance to go out and make money for themselves and completely sustain their families. So that's one way that our right to preserve our own independent existence is being breached. Our right to liberty is being breached. Each individual has the right to do good on their own, to be free from coercion from the government, and to live in a country where the government just serves to protect those rights of the individual. Extreme company bailouts and new stimulus package plans are putting increasingly more power into the federal government's hands, while it's taking money with the other hands out of the taxpayers' wallets. And obviously taxes are essential to a successful nation, but by taking money out of the citizens' pockets in excessive amounts and putting that money into programs where it's not really benefiting the country at all is taking away your right to liberty. It's taking away your right to do good on your very own. It's not giving people the incentive to work for their money and the incentive to give out of their own hearts. Instead, they're taking the money and putting it into plans that they think will make people happy.
That's right.
And that brings me to the next point, the next right, which was the pursuit of happiness. And notice how this isn't the right to happiness, this is the right to the pursuit of happiness. While it's not, because it's not necessarily the government trying to bring you trying to give you what it thinks will make you happy, taking your money to install systems to try and make others happy. That's not what we're being given the right to right now. Our pursuit of happiness is our ability to go out and find happiness for ourselves and to give it to others, not have it taken. Unfortunately so, and realistically so, not everyone is going to be happy in a country. There's not going to be a perfect nation because that's a utopia, and obviously that can't exist. But the right to try and work for your own happiness should not and cannot be impeded upon, and that's what's happening today. Finally, our right to property. That's very prevalent right now, and it's on a lot of people's minds, is their own rights of property. It's the right to labor for, earn, and keep the rewards of your own work. It's to be able to maintain it against the grasping hands of an overtaxing government. And it's the right to not be punished for your success in your work. And it's the right to not be strangled by the increased or reinstalled taxes that are going on right now, that Chris mentioned a lot of, but such as the increasing the top income tax by almost 13%, killing small businesses, and certainly not the kind of change that Obama promised when he entered the Oval Office. Also, there's increasing the Social Security tax to 32% for families making over $250,000. That's directly punishing these families for their earned property that they've earned. Whether that's through talent or skill or mere luck that they earned that money, that's punishing those people and disincentivizing them to make that money in the first place. Another tax, reinstating the death or estate tax to almost 45%. That's quite an incredible figure and quite a ridiculous idea. There are numerous other taxes that are being put into place or increased at this time, and they all start, you'll notice, they all start as they're just taxing the rich. It's kind of the Robin Hood idea of taking from the rich and giving to the poor, which isn't a bad idea in the very first place, but you'll notice that a lot of taxes originally started like that. In fact, 100 years ago when the federal income tax was started, it was stated that only the rich would be taxed. But as you know, today, that's certainly not so. The government's not going to make money if they're only taxing that upper 5 or 10%. They're going to make the bulk of their money and try to dig themselves out of the recession by overtaxing the middle class and the upper class, which is the vast majority of this nation. So I know that I'm preaching to the choir today. I'm sure a lot of you hold similar ideas as me. And we're all here today just to gather and support these ideas as a community. And I think that's one of the strongest things that we can do. Someone told me recently, and I actually laughed when they said this, that these tea parties were just anger fests aimed at revolting against the government. Well, I look at the crowd today, I see so many smiling faces, I'm sure that this is not true. So just as the first tea party was in Boston, this meeting is a symbolic event of how a large population of this nation feels and how they can make a difference. So we can make this a truly grassroots movement. Having genuinely concerned citizens with a common cause coming together across the nation can and will make a difference. I know that by being involved in my country's state of being, even as a teenager, I will be prepared to stand prepared to stand strong for my rights as I enter adulthood in the coming years. So today, as we're all here together, we say enough. Today, we determine to stand against any more erosion of our great nation with every ounce of our beings. Today, we begin to retake America for those who live here, for your children, and for those who are yet to be born, so that they may have a great land in which they have the protected right to live an independent life, enjoy liberty, retain earned property, and pursue happiness. Thank you so much, and God bless America.